Hello, MonstersAbound, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 and Mortal Empires. The Grom and the Paunch. No, wait, the Warden and the Paunch. That's the one. You. Good. Fucking hell. And part 32 of my Grom campaign. I probably should do that intro again, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm keeping it because it's my channel. I can do whatever I like. Right, good. So now that we've established that, last time got Skarsnik in a terrible position. We've also ended up trudging through. Oh, tell you what, I'm just so used to like just dragging the map around that I know I can click. I know I can do it that way, and I know there's better ways of doing it. But I'm the kind of person who will write Google into the address bar of Chrome to go to Google. All right, that's what I do. I stand by that, right? I want you. You will never stop me from doing that. Equally, you will never stop me from just dragging around the map I had something for this and I've lost it. Anyway, the point is that that's good. Right, okay, so a good start, a strong start, a professional start. Fantastic. So, what's my next move? Good question. Hadn't really kind of threw myself there. Never. Right, good. So, Azhag last time. Right, we beat up Carl or something, didn't we? Or something along those lines. Yeah, sure, we did. Yeah, that's it. That's what we did. Good. Fucking, I really should start this again, shouldn't I? I should just throw caution to the wind is what I should do. Not going to though. Haters gonna hate. I said I'd never said that again. And there I am saying it again. Good. Let's build some stuff. Little low on money. A little bit low on the old cash flow. But then we're not quite hemorrhaging the same amount of cash that we kind of have in the past, so overall not too bad. Oglok's army is, I'll be honest, pretty trash. At some point we're probably going to replace him with Grimgor, and at that point we can probably then just replace him with Black Orcs. Of course you did. Of course you fucking did. Look at all these wankers. Look at them all. Standing on the back of their horses, arms out wide. So proud. Well, you know what comes before a fall? That's right. Pride. That. Yeah. Go. I'm all over the place. What? Why? Oh, because of this. Good. Okay. More growth and end turn. There we go. We did it, everyone. We got to the end turn. I had to do like 5 things. It's only taken me 3 minutes, and we did it. Good job, everyone. Good job. Really? So, Theodric basically went, I don't want to fight Skarsnik, I'm going to walk around him, and has decided to attack the garrison of Fort Burbury? Burgundy? But that one. Okay, good. Now, the Ultra Resolve says we're going to get our ass handed to us. However, I wonder what happens if we actually just fight it. So, the forts, I know we haven't fought many battles at the forts, but they were newly added not too long ago. Good. And they're sort of weird. They're like the gates on Ulthuan, in that although they have walls, they're not technically a siege battle. So you can't take siege towers to them, which makes them a little bit tricky to fight. The Ultra Resolve seems to be completely fucked up with them because it says it's going to be an easy win, but I don't think it is. Because if we can weather their infantry attacks, and of course their great swords are going to be quite tired when they climb up to the top of this wall. If we can weather the attacks, then actually taking out the rest of the army should be fairly straightforward. All we need to do is keep the towers and just bomb the cavalry and the missile units. Now, I probably should have taken out the missile. I should probably target the missile units to start off with. And that probably been a better idea. But you can see the stubborn bulls here are trying to attack the gate, but for some reason the gate is open. Now, because of that, the Goblin Doom Divers are just firing wildly right into them, which is doing a lot of damage to them, which works out in my favour. Okay, so some of the Imperial Infantry now reaching the walls. We're going to pull our Orc arrow boys back away from the walls because they're better off down below. And then our the Black Orcs charging up to engage the Greatswords. Now the Greatswords are going to be active after climbing up a wall, really? Oh, there we go, winded. Okay. So they're tires. Our Black Orcs aren't. Although apparently we're losing decisively. So that's good. I guess Black Orcs are more of an offensive unit. Mind you, I mean, the Greatswords have got 35 armor piercing. We've got more weapon strength. We've got 70, so... They've got more melee defense, though. I guess maybe Black Orcs and Greatswords aren't a good trade-off. Simply because the Black Orcs can't hit the buggers. Never mind, we got Gubbinz to go and help out. They're not Azhag's Gubbinz, but they're Gubbinz, so they'll charge up there. We're taking quite a lot of damage from the missile units. The missile units are doing quite a lot of damage to us, shooting over the walls. I mean, our archers are doing quite a lot of damage to them as well. A good little tactic here is if you can pull your units off the wall, your archers. Now, normally you'd think archers be up high, right? Actually, if you're fighting on the wall, the best place for the archers is off the wall behind the wall, because what they can do then is, and if you've done this right, and I haven't here, but if you like attack the unit from the side, then your archers can basically just unload into their flank, and easy peasy. Now what we're also going to do is we've got our Goblin Doom Divers, and they're going to concentrate fire on these Greatswords, and that's going to be pretty damaging because already our Black Orcs aren't doing very well. Now we've obviously got War, they're out of control, all that kind of good stuff, so that's fine. But there are a lot of Greatswords, so they're all bunched up, and that's not good for them because we can just start lobbing goblins. I mean, that probably killed more biggins than anything else, but we can start whittling down the Greatswords. That was not a bad hit. That was pretty good. And our archers are opening fire, starting to whittle them down, all that kind of good stuff. So we're dealing with these Greatswords. That's fine. There's more Greatswords over here. We've lost control of this tower. That's not ideal. We've chased off the stubborn bulls. They weren't that stubborn, apparently. We've lost this tower, but we are regaining it. I think it's yeah, we are regaining it. So then we can start bombing the cavalry. Now, the cavalry can't get inside the city, so half their army is basically not able to do anything. You see the Goblin Doom Divers getting some lovely hits in there, doing real catastrophic damage to the Greatswords, and our archers just unloading arrows into them. Now, if the Greatswords get off the wall, we also have units of Orc Boy Biggins and some Trolls, so if they do get off the wall, they'll be battered anyway, and then we just kill them that way. So we've got lots of options, basically. We've got some potential options we can use should our infantry break. But so far, things are looking actually okay. I probably should have, concentrated more of my fire on the missile units. That was probably a mistake not to do that, but it's generally going to be fine. So, I mean, the archers here, these guys have just been whittling down the Knights of the Blazing Sun. And you can see they're almost all dead. That's working out quite well. Now, once we dealt with the infantry, so there you go, the Greatswords. I mean, barely any Greatswords left on the wall over here. I think some escaped off the wall, but got charged down. There's some Greatswords coming off the wall here. So it looks like they're going for the archers, but of course we've got our Boar Boy Biggins over here. We've also got the Black Orcs that have returned to the fight. And should we need them, we've got some Trolls as well. So, I mean, although the Greatswords have made it off the wall, it's not a good place for them to be because they're completely unsupported. Yep, good. Right. So this map is really nice. You can definitely, like, if you compare it to one of the old world cities, you can really tell that the developers upped their game, didn't they? And I think it's just one of those things where they started off, they'd never made a fantasy game before. So it was probably some of the first fantasy cities they ever made. And then they get to here and they've just, like, it just looks amazing. Just upped their game considerably. As Creative Assembly tend to do, every single DLC they release is always better than the last one, and that's kind of the problem. Because you look back at the poor Beastmen, which were of course the first DLC to release, well, I mean apart from the Chaos Warriors of course, and they just, I mean, you compare the Beastmen with, say, the Vampire Coast, and it's just not a comparison, is it? It's like looking at a glorious piece of artwork compared to just a lump of shit. Unfortunately. The poor Beastmen, they're my favourite faction, but unfortunately they just had the first DLC, and so therefore they're always going to be a little bit pants. I really hope one day they go back and revisit them, because I would love that. They are my favourite faction, and it's such a shame they're trash, but sod's law. So I really like this. It's really nice. Look, you get a little avalanche over here. All these little towns. Sorry, I'm not watching the battle. I should be actually, watching what's going on. Right, good. So we have fended off most of the enemy infantry. They are sending their archers up here now to die, which I'm fine with. Send them up. I will happily chomp my way through that lot. And all that's left really are some cavalry who can't get through the gate because, I mean, the stubborn balls are still there, and they're still slow, and there's only 8 of them. And I guess the AI is like, well, I've got someone hitting the gate, but there's only 8 of them, so it's going to take them literally 1,000,000 years. So that's not going very well for them. And the rest of them are just standing outside, just getting whittled down by our shots. They still have some archers over here. The Stir River Patrol, still opening fire. What do these guys do? They've got fire shots? Hang on, what's this thing? What's this? What's suppressed? Minus speed. They suppress people. I'll suppress them. With goblins. This is how you suppress someone, you dicks. I think. I assume. Right, okay, so they're getting... Jesus, they're getting murdered. That's fine. And what's left of their missile units is actually coming up onto the wall. I guess to die. I don't really know what their plan is there, apart from just get chewed up by Black Orcs and Arrow Boys who've run out of arrows but are berserk. So they've got good melee attack, actually, and pretty good weapon strength. So they're just going to be murdering the Huntsman. No problem. So they've still got some Outriders with grenade launchers. That's not, particularly good. But I've got explosive towers, so let's see who wins that one, shall we? Spoilers, it's gonna be me. So, turns out this wasn't quite the whitewash that the Empire thought it was going to be. I don't know, I guess the AI saw this fight and went, well, I can win this. Just turns out they couldn't. Admittedly, it was quite close, but not close enough. There we go. Nice little win, that. That was alright, wasn't it? I mean, that's a pretty good garrison to hold off that force as well. And once we'd weathered the infantry, it was pretty much just a case of picking off everyone else. Fairly straightforward. I'll take the cash, actually, because why would I want to take anything else? I mean, I don't really know what his plan was, because even if he'd managed to take the fort, I could have then gone and killed him. So his best option would be just to run away. I mean, it's I don't okay, no, that's I mean, all right. You don't often see the AI go suicidal like that. It's a fairly rare thing. It's usually when they literally don't have they have no other option. They can't do anything else, and so they just kind of go meh. But he had an option. He could have ran away, but instead he decided to go for it. I mean, brave, and more interesting, I think. I mean, I know the AI can... It can, it knows how far you can move in all your movement ranges. It can do a whole bunch of calculations based on that. And it's very good at staying away from you if it wants to. But God, that's tedious. Jesus Christ. Oh no, Zork has been wounded. That's... And Hag Merchant spotted. Not too bothered about that. Blah, blah, blah. Right, okay, good. Yes. Hello. Well, that was anticlimactic. Honestly thought I was in a bit of trouble there. Let's go and hit Gorsel. Yeah, no, I can reach it. Look, right, thank you. Jesus, took bloody long enough. Okay. Do that. Sack it. Thank you very much. I could capture it, but to be honest, I don't need to. I got Marienburg. Do I need this one? Probably not. You get tenacity. Okay, lovely. Now we've also got this black ark here that's turned up. It's just parked right outside Mousillon. I don't know why. It's just got a shit ton of black ark Corsairs in it, which is, I guess, fine. I mean, alright, I guess. I do like the fact you now fight on a black ark. That's pretty fucking cool. I mean, look at it. It's fucking massive. And there's one of those sort of cane statues with a nice tight buns. I mean, say what you like about the God of Murder. He, you know, he looked after himself, didn't he? I guess murder is, in many ways, the best exercise. That probably could be taken out of context. Right, good. Okay, so on our right flank, we've got the Orc Boar Boy Biggins, led by Oglok, the boar boss. And throwing fireballs at me, you dicks. And we're facing off against a shit ton of Corsairs. Now, the Corsairs are pretty much all gold chevrons, and I mean, their stats are pretty fucking good. Plus, they're anti-infantry. So, our Orc boys are pretty much outmatched here. They're not going to do particularly well against these Corsairs. They don't have very good melee defense. Their armor's not particularly good, so these Corsairs are just going to chew through them. On the other hand, our Trolls are going to fucking murder these dickheads. It's not going to even be close. And our Orc boys should do pretty well against them as well. So, as long as we can hold the centre, our Trolls and our cavalry should be able to make short work of these lads, just like this. Because they're just not very good against large monsters. In comes some more boys to help out. Ow. Jesus. You're... Nigel? Nigel. He's okay. He's getting up. Nigel's fine. Okay, elsewhere, nice little foot of Gork there, does not do much damage. The Orc boys are losing this fight. Not as badly as I thought, actually. There's Mark getting stuck in. Good old Mark. And our cavalry on the other flank, managing to get nice surrounds on the Corsairs and breaking those units pretty fast. We need to get help in here ASAP, because see, our boys, they're actually trading fairly well with the Corsairs, but I don't want them to trade. I need them to win. So in come our Trolls. They finished off the flank. In they come, slamming into the flanks and rears of the Corsairs already engaged with the Orc Boar Boys, the Orc Boys even. Murderous Prowess has popped. Okay, so far so good. We've managed to crush most of the Dark Elf Corsair front line. Now they still have some bow lads. Some Black Ark Corsairs with handbows. They are doing a lot of damage to these Orc boys over here. It's a bit of a problem, but they are chasing them away from our main army, so that's pretty much fine. You can see we're just wrapping around there, dealing with the last few remnants of the Dark Elf army. Our war boss is taking on the enemy Dreadlord, dealing with him. We've still got a few little smatterings of Corsairs hanging around here. We're going to pull the Boar boys away from that. We're going to get the Orc Arrow boys to unload into the back of the Corsairs. Because the Corsairs, of course, don't have shields. So the best way to kill them is shoot them in the face. And it works out quite well. However, we still need to deal with these blobs of Corsairs with handbows over there. So, Orcs, yep, shooting. There we go. You can see doing lots of damage with the arrows there. Okay, so we've managed to bunch these guys up into a little blob in the corner of the map, and the Orc boys are losing decisively, so they need a bit of a hand. Or, you know, a foot, maybe. Maybe a foot. Have a foot. From Gork. Yeah, I bet you would after you're being stamped on. Okay, and they're off. They're gone. The last few remnants of the Dark Elves being chased off the battlefield, and just their just their Dreadlord, who apparently wants to take on our war boss, which is, I'm going to be honest, not a good idea. Oof. Just that. Oh, he just got ran over by a boar. I mean, pulls out a sword. Is this a good idea, mate? I feel like this is a bad idea. This definitely feels like a bad idea. I would run. Yeah, you should have run. Well, we lost one unit of orcs, but to be honest, you know, they're boys. Who crap? Who cares? Who cares? I mean, you just sailed the wrong way, mate. Like, of all the places to sail, that was not where you wanted to go, was it? Really wasn't. Ooh, the brass cleaver. Nice. That's a nice little one. Right, can we recruit? No. Well, that's pretty easy to do. We can just grab you. I mean, I could get some big ones, but... Is it just Orc Boys you buff up? Let's have a quick look. For Orc Boys. Yes, just Orc Boys. Oh well. Good killy. Good smashy man. Nice work. You get Woundmaker, so you can be better smashy man. And I do quite... Brain Burst is quite a nice quick AoE. Only takes 1 second to cast, which might... It might not sound like the Foot of Gork. Is it Foot of Gork or Foot of Mork? I always forget this. What is the name of the spell? Foot of Gork, right. So Foot of Gork takes 5 seconds. And you might think, well, that's... I mean, 1 second, 5 seconds, it's not that long. But actually, on the battlefield, it can mean the difference between units getting out of the way and landing a hit. And, I mean, while Foot of Gork is definitely going to, you know, completely trash units, if there's units like crisscrossing each other all in directions, a quick Brain Burster is probably more likely to do more damage, whereas the Foot of Gork, you're probably going to end up missing quite a few of them. I really need to take Ashridge Mounted at some point, but I'm not. I mean, it's fine. It's gonna generate crap tons of rebellions anyway. We can hop over here. We'll grab Desolation. We've got lots of Vampiric Corruption here, which is a bit of a problem, but we'll worry about that in a second. And you should now... Yes, you can now move as far as you like. Perfect. Right, now this is kind of jumping into the unknown, but fuck it. Okay, so far... so good. Now, there's a couple of settlements down here, and then 3 settlements down here, and I suspect that means that Malus has 5 settlements? He's got 6, so... Silver Host, that's just ruins. Oh, he's got this one up here as well. Okay. So we want to, 1, make sure that he doesn't get away, and 2, make sure he doesn't end up coming over. We need to, like, take out his settlements and then pin him down. And I'm hoping I can grab Desolation of Nagash, hopefully offsets the corruption here. This is going to be tough. And then hop over here, just in case he starts sending fleets off the coast. I think he can. There is a beach along here, so I think he can potentially hop into the sea and head up. I'm hoping that maybe he'll want to try and take out Grom instead of retaking his territory. We shall have to see what happens there. I haven't forgotten about taking Ulthuan. It's just there's some loose ends that need to be tied up before we can, you know, progress the caper. Right? We've got a plan. Admittedly, that plan has gone slightly off piece with the whole destroying the entire empire. But, you know, sometimes you just have to make, you know, you have a plan. You have to change it, right? No plan survives contact with the enemy. And so we've had to make some alterations, but that's fine. We'll crack on with beating the shit out of Grimgorge as soon as we've dealt with Malus. Then we'll go and kill the Empire, and then we'll conquer Ulthuan, as is tradition, and as we said we do. You have my word, and my word is my bond. Now, where the fuck did Boris go? I'm hoping he went over here somewhere. I wasn't paying attention. I probably should have been. He's probably not going in. Let's try over here. Okay, nothing there. We could go and take Averheim. Let's go and take Averheim, because it's there. May as well, you know. It's there. Go and take it. Have a laugh. All that kind of good stuff. Money is looking pretty fucking good, to be honest. Oh, you are so... Look at all these dickheads. Look at this guy. 39% chance. Holy shit, did you actually manage to kill him? Holy balls. That's got to be a first. I think that's the first time my agents actually managed to kill one of the Empire agents. Well, at least, you know, wound them. I'll take that. I will take a wounding. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to take the wounding. You take work bad as well, really. But I'll worry about that. I might go and sack the Cursed Jungle and then head north, because I think I want to take everything up to where Grimgor is, or where Grimgor's territory is, and then I'll head south and conquer everything along the way, and hopefully just... Oh, Malice is back. It looks like he wants to defend the Cursed Jungle. Well, that's fine, because if I can kill him... Okay, slight issue. Had a bit of a crash. Not great, but hopefully it was just a one-off. Bit weird. I don't often get crashes, to be honest. It's usually pretty stable. I think it was just after Hag Reef. Clan Rictus, Clan Scran. Okay, I think we're alright. Weird. Dunno. Bit odds. Mind you, it's kind of like my microphone the other day, wasn't it? Where it just went weird for some reason. But being that I have worked in IT support, the number of times I've said to someone, have you tried turning it off and on again? And God, I mean, not often, but sometimes people don't half whinge. It's like, oh, that's all you ever do, just tells people to turn it off and on again. It's like, well, the vast majority of the time, it'll fix the fucking problem. And yes, I could spend literally hours or days of my life trying to work out why that problem has occurred. But if turning the computer on and off and on again fixes the problem, then great. I mean, obviously, if it's reoccurring, we'll take a look at it. But if that problem never crops up ever again, then surely it was better to tell you to turn the computer off and on again than it was to spend, you know, potentially days of my life working out why a computer did a weird thing. So there we go. So sometimes computers do weird things. Don't worry about it. It's always unnerving though. Right, okay, no crash. That's good. That's better. Now, as I scroll down, there we go. Right, so okay, Malice is here. Here's Malice.
What is this foolishness?
It's yeah, there we go. Right, what do you have garrison-wise? Trash. Okay, let's go and kill this dickhead. Do I fight? I'm just, you know what? Let's just auto-resolve, because that seems like it's just going to be a walkover. Right, we'll sack it just for shits and giggles, and then I'm leaving, basically. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to sack him, and then I'm going to love you and leave you, Malice. Love you and leave you. Yes, they will. Let's go and grab that. Okay, so we need to fix this up. We definitely need the extra growth. I don't know whether getting the Great Halls of Nagazishar is actually worth it, because we're going to get 200 income, and in exchange we get bonuses for fighting stuff we're not fighting and a shit ton of vampiric corruption. I'm going to say probably not. I don't think it is worth it, to be honest. I don't think that's worth it at all. So I think we might just pass that one over. Really? Stream banner reduces leadership. Okay, so if we maybe put it on, like, one of you boys. Can I auto-resolve that? Yeah, that'll be fine. It's just one of those things it's not that I don't, like, I love the battles, obviously. I just fought a lot of sieges at the moment, and I can't be asked fighting more sieges. not ones that I know are probably going to be pretty bloody easy anyway. You can be a specialist, Rick. Okay, you're going to heal up, but not very fast. Ideally, we'll get more... a little bit more replenishment. Sort that little problem out. Yes, yes you do. I could maybe hit Altdorf. How much would we get for hitting Altdorf? 86k. I mean, that's not bad. Okay, you need 110 to heal up, then we're going to hit Leonesi. And otherwise, I think Bretonia's been kicked out of Bretonia. Get out of here, nerds. Oh, we could take the Black Pit, couldn't we? Does that have a garrison? It does have a big garrison. If we take the Black Pit, though...
Yes, boss. Those gates will be open. You'll see.
If we take the Black Pit, that's a good jumping point. We can hit some of the surrounding territory. Now, I guess the only problem with this is the fact that Skarsnik is then not in Bretonia, where obviously we've got Dark Elves to deal with as well as everything else. However, it looks like the Elves are currently just kicking the shit out of each other, so with any luck, maybe they'll just leave me alone. I mean, that is famous last words and it's bound to not happen, but I can, you know, a goblin can dream. A goblin can dream. Okay, let's go and take the Black Pit because fuck it, I came up with I had an idea. I like that plan, so we're going to execute that plan. Now we know this is all Skaven, so that's fine. We just need to keep an eye on potentially. Okay, so we've got an army growing there. It's Philip. Hi, Philip. And let's get some growth going on there. Public order's not too bad. Corruption is dropping. It's generally fine. Where are we getting osmosis from? Apparently we're getting osmosis? Vampiric corruption osmosis? Like, where from? The only place would be these guys down here, but that's fucking miles away, so it can't be that. Bit weird. Bit weird. Alright, no biggie. Yeah, we'll always have vampiric corruption to deal with there, but it's fine. Skaven corruption's dropping down to 0. We could get more income, and also we can get the raiding stashes. I think there's achievements to build like a shit ton of raiding stashes, so achievements aren't something like I go like I'm not focused on getting them, but if I can get them, then sure, why not make, you know, the little thing come up that makes the happy brain juices flow. That's what I say. Sure, all that looks good. Nash Troll Eater. I mean, that's what Grom did. Are you trying to... God, bleep. Johnny come latelys? I don't know. Damage walls. Do that. Good. Right, let's hope we don't get another crash.
Nothing you can say is gonna save ya.
What do you want? Do you want to join my war against Nagarons? I'll be honest... Eulad? Have you... Looks like you want to spell Edward, but you've just done it wrong. Okay, Edward. Well, look, it's nice of you to offer, but I can't help but feel that you're a bit... one, not particularly strong. 2, quite far away from any potential conflict. So I'm going to say no, but don't think I didn't appreciate the thoughts. Okay, good talking. Hopefully we can do it again. Right, good. Sort of Cane has been claimed. Someone in the comments said, sort of Cane has been claimed. Then just closes the window. And I was like, well, yeah, of course I do. Because, like, I mean, that's future MonsterAbound's problem, right? I don't care who's got the Sword of Cain at the moment. That's for future MonstersAbound to scream and panic about. Not this MonsterAbound. Very different methodology going on here. Right, let's follow the road. And, oh, look, Doomglades. Oh, very lightly defended. What a fucking shame. Okay. Okie dokie. Good starts. They are growing some armies, but to be honest, I'm not overly concerned. Now, the Golden Tower down here does have a special building that does give us some money, I believe, so that'd be quite nice. So we definitely want to try and get that if we can. Do you want the defences? Yes, the extra money is awesome, so we're definitely going to grab that. And yeah, let's more money. So ultimately, this settlement is actually going to make us quite a chunk of change and probably fix our money problems, which is nice. Failure. God, I don't know. Sometimes, some bloody times. Okay, we can all resolve that, can't we? Yeah. Oh, that is tempting. I'm just going to loot and occupy. I don't really... Right, let's repair that. Oh, go on, repair all this then. You know what, let's... Also, we need public order here. And we also want some defences. Right, good. Good, so it's still rank 5. So that's nice. Still max rank. Let's get you further. And now from here, we can strike out... You know what? I'd completely forgotten I was at war with the Wood Elves. Fortunately, they seem to be... No, you know what? I'm not going to say that they're keeping to themselves. I'm going to keep my mouth shut because it feels like a very bad idea to go around saying things like that when we fully know exactly what's going to happen. Okay, Azhag, you're going to do a little ambushette. And Ainsley Horiot has got all the spells, hasn't he? He's got all the spells. In that case, he can learn to wound people. A little bit of extra replenishment would be nice, but we're just going to have to take what we can get, unfortunately. Marco Pierre, well, I'm not too worried about keeping you in the south. You can go north. You are healing up. And settlement is being built up, so that's all good. Okay, there's ruins there. Do I trust that's ruins? Could that be Clan Moors? Did we ever hear that Clan Moors were dead? Clan Moors aren't showing up, so it suggests they probably are dead. Jesus, Clan Richter's got 21 fucking settlements.
Trenched Craven Tail.
Holy balls. Holy balls. You don't like the fact I'm killing your buddy. Oh well. That's not my problem, frankly, at the moment anyway. At the moment, not my problem. Okay, we've got Grim Fandango. Grim Fandango, can you assault Philip? You can, and you have. Good fucking job.
By Sigma, no.
Oh, by Sigma, fucking yes. Gave you a right slap round the chops, didn't he? Holy crap. Okay, let's give you Assault Garrison, because that would probably be quite useful. I'm hoping we can maybe get this in an ambush. That would be quite nice. Lloyd Grossman just keeping an eye on what's going on over here. That's good. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. We just have to see if we can... well, I was going to be at war with bloody... I was going to be at war with Tretch sooner or later anyway, so... No biggie. I wonder if I can get my allies to declare war on him as well. Like, just have a big... Like, basically just have a big world war. The old world v the new world. Once the old world stop beating each other up. I mean, that would be... God, guys, chill out. Just chill the fuck out. Perfect. We've got a lovely little ambush there. Now, Azhag's army is a little bit beaten up, but we've also got the reinforcements from the garrison as well, so no bad thing. Now, killing the demigryphs is going to be a bugger, because those guys are tough. But getting the ambush, I think, is probably going to help us. unfortunately, that is going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.